Practice question. I forgot to say at the end of the last video that I wanted you to try this practice question. So at this point, what I would do is say, you know what? Try this practice question. Pause the video, take a stab at the question, see how far you can get, and come back to the video and I'll solve it. So I'll give you a second here to pause it. So you've paused your video, you've done some work, you've come back and you're here to check. So this is what it looks like. For the following graph, determine the slope and y-intercept. Write the equation to describe the graph and then verify the equation. Use the equation to determine what the value of y is when x is equal to 9. So here's our graph. A couple of things I do straight away is I look to see what the slope of my line is. I pick 2 points, 2 good points. I got lots of good points to choose from. I'm going to choose, let's say, this one and this one. I'm going to count my slope. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I have a rise of 3 and a run of 3. So my slope is 3 over 3, which is just 1. M equals 1. What's my y-intercept? Well, my y-intercept is the point where it crosses the y-axis. That happens to be this point right here. What's the y value of that? Well, that's -4. So my y-intercept is equal to -4. And remember, the y-intercept in my slope equation, slope y-intercept equation, is b. So b is -4 or -4. So determine the slope and y-intercept. Done. Number 2, write the equation to describe the graph. Well, I go to y equals mx plus b. I know that my slope was 1, and then my y-intercept was -4. There's my equation. I could simplify this up a little bit. I don't need to write that 1. So my equation, slope-intercept form, y is equal to x minus 4. Verify it. Choose a point. I'm going to say, well, let's choose this point right here. This point has coordinates 2, -2. And I'm going to take those coordinates and I'm going to put them into this equation. Y is equal to x minus 4. 2 and -2, so this is -2 is equal to 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is -2. -2 is equal to -2, so this is verified. Done. And then step 3. Use the equation to determine the value of y when x is equal to 9. So here is my equation. Y is equal to x minus 4. Well, what is y when x equals 9? Now, I could maybe just go to my graph and read that on my graph, but my graph doesn't go big enough. My graph only goes to a y of 6. 7, 8, 9 would be out here somewhere. The graph might cross up here, and I would be guesstimating up here. So I don't want to do that. I can very simply use my equation that I just verified, and I go y is equal to, y is equal to 9 minus 4. Y is equal to 5. And is that reasonable? Well, if I go back to my graph and I extend my line here and I follow my 9 up, follow it across, yeah, it's pretty reasonable. So I think we're good. I think it's right. So that was that for the practice question. One more example to go. Graphing real data on the next page, coming in the next video.